here live. I don't know what was going on just now. That was crazy. Who's up? Who's up? Who's up? Anybody up? Anybody up? Who is up? Yeah, I don't know what was going on with my last little thing. I was trying to figure out, what I'm saying, what's going on, what is good, what is good. I was trying like to figure out what the hell was going on with my live just now. Like I was trying to do it on my computer. I haven't really gotten that far yet. But yeah, I'm gonna wait for a few more people to come on here because it's late tonight. I did a stream earlier today, and I wanted to kind of like get my feet wet on this live situation. But I want to, make sure we talk to all the producers and everybody, and talk about these placements because a lot of you guys ask about it, and I was doing a I was doing one earlier today. Not sure what happened, but it's not showing up um, in there. So let me do this real quick. Yeah. So what's good, everybody? What's up? What is good? So one of the main things is I try to what's good? What's good? Yeah, so I'm trying to do this whole little live streaming thing. So for you guys who are like producers and stuff like that, so I want to talk to you because a few people asked me today about doing placements or whatever and how to get placements. And appreciate it. I'm glad I inspired you. But I want to talk to some people about getting placements or whatever. I know it's late night, but I just felt like I had to go ahead and do this for you guys, and what I'm saying, and let you guys know how you can get placements. So if you didn't watch the live from earlier today, I'm gonna go ahead and go through that again right now for you guys. So I'm actually gonna get my whole little setup and stuff done. Getting the camera, I'm getting everything just dedicated for doing live videos. So for all you guys who are out here, you're watching and you want to learn about getting placements, I'm going to repeat what basically I said earlier today. A lot of you guys want to get placements. However, you think that it's all about just chasing after artists, and you think that it's about you making a whole bunch of beats and sending a beat pack over to the labels or to the A&Rs or to management and things like that. To me, to be totally honest with you, that's very unrealistic, because a lot of people feel like that's the way to go, but that's not the best way to go to get placements, because you know you're really not that hard of a person. So if you did get a placement, you're going to lose out on a lot of money because you don't have certain things that are going to make you basically an asset for people. What I say a lot of times is what you should do is you need to go ahead and find your artist that's dope and work with that artist. Now, they don't have to be the dopest thing whatever, but it's something that you can work with to where you can go ahead and, work with this person directly to make them better. You know what I'm saying? What's good, Taz? What's good, my guy? But you know what I'm saying? The thing about it is people chase after these placements, and they give these beat packs and stuff over to these A&Rs. A lot of times they're not giving those things over to people. You got to be in the studio with these people, or you got to be working directly with somebody. And if you do work directly with somebody, it's going to end up being better, because that way you can grow with that person at the same time. You can grow with them, and then when their success hits, your success hits at the same time. With that being said, when you have that type of success, more people are going to start coming towards you to get placements. And then instead of you chasing after them, they're going to be chasing after you. So whenever you want to sit here and you want to give out your beat packs and all that stuff like that, that is very unrealistic how all this stuff is going down these days. You think by putting your stuff up online or being on the internet, that's not how this works. You have to be there with the artist. If you're not in the studio with these artists, you might as well go ahead and cancel Christmas with that because, you know, yeah, it's a few cases where you might can land something with one of these artists or whatever. But at the end of the day, a lot of times these people are already working with these artists. It's kind of like the Justin Bieber song. You know what I'm saying? The Peaches, I like my peaches down in Georgia. That guy is his music director that made the beat. You know what I'm saying? He's been along for the ride. So at the end of the day, he has first dibs on doing stuff with Bieber like that because now he's been a part of the crew for so long. So, like I say with a lot of people, it doesn't matter if you're in a small town or a big city or whatever. What you probably want to do is you want to go ahead and you want to get with somebody who is dope. It doesn't matter if they have 5 fans or 5,000 fans. It's somebody who you can grow with. And if y'all both grow together, then that means there is a simultaneous growth between you guys. And then people are going to start taking notice of that. They're going to say, dang, I see what he did with this artist. I see what he did with that artist. I might want to go work with him. Then pretty soon it might turn into $50 lease. Then it might turn to a $500 beat being sold. Then it might turn to them telling somebody else like, "Hey, this dude got the fire or this that whatever." And people start noticing. Now you're starting to gain your own little following of people because you're working with that artist and you're building a rapport with this artist. And now your name is being spoke upon in different places. And now people are starting to come to you. So that's my whole thing about, not chasing after placements. Let the placements come to you rather than you run around here and chasing it. Because that's what it was with me. You know what I'm saying? Everything that I've done was always with the artist that was basically unknown. Totally unknown. You know what I'm saying? Maybe except for about 3 or 4. But other than that, everybody was basically unknown. And the placements came by me sitting in the studio and working with them one-on-one and we building things up. And pretty much that's the way my whole career is going to be. I'm just going to find new people, I'm going to build it up, and then we put it out there to the world. And in that way, once the song gets hot, I still get paid. Either way, it's still a placement. And this is another thing I try to tell people too. I don't care who you're working with. If you're working with an artist and they sell one stream, or if they sell 100 streams, that's still a placement. Because that means somebody bought it, somebody paid for it, and then there's some type of money in the pipeline. It might be 0.0007 cents, but you still got paid for doing your music. The relationships are definitely important. And you have to understand that in order for this game now in 2021, you have to build a rapport with an artist right now to gain placements outside of what you're doing. Period. And I mean just being honest with you. Like at the end of the day, if you look at all of the top producers, they pretty much all started with somebody they kind of ran with it. And then people were coming to them because of what they seen that they did with other people. I'm in the studio with a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the clubs with a lot of people and I see how things are moving right now. You have to kind of know somebody to get there and stop depending on, people. That's another thing. Y'all got to stop depending on people. Depending on people is not going to get you anywhere. You got to depend on yourself. If you might do a collaboration with somebody, you can't depend on that person that you're doing a collaboration with to go ahead and take your beat and give it to somebody because now they're going to be dealing with splitting up publishing. You know what I'm saying? Just to be honest with you, you got to depend on yourself and you got to bet on yourself at all times, at all costs, that you're going to win with, displacement. So like, these A&Rs, they're like, oh yeah, send me the beats. Yeah, I got you. Send me the beats, I got you. Man, a lot of times them beats will sit right there on that email and they'll never hear it. They won't even hear it, let alone pass it on to somebody else. It's crazy how this thing works. But yeah, stop really going after people with all these placements and stuff, trying to get placements and stuff, because if you can just build it, and that's right, you build your brand. If you can build yourself and build yourself into a brand, people will come to you. You never want to chase after anybody. Let them chase you. Then you can set your price. You can set the time you want to work. You can do a lot of things on your own rather than you having, all of this running around and you getting frustrated because this didn't work out or that didn't work out. You have to understand that certain things are going to happen when you set the boundaries for it. And that is planting a seed, watering it, and letting it grow. And then once that grows, everybody else is going to be coming towards you like, how'd you do that? How'd you do that? We need you. We're willing to spend money on that. We want you to do this album. We want you to do that. And slowly but surely over the years, you will see this thing happen because it's not going to be a fast thing. And that's the problem. A lot of people want to do things so fast. They want to do everything so fast and get the money so fast that, you're just basically running in circles. I take my I take everything I do very slowly. You know what I'm saying? I don't put out a lot of albums, I don't put out a lot of songs or whatever. But at the end of the day, you know, with what I've accomplished more than with some people that's got 50, 60 songs out. Because I've always taken that slow approach because I would rather be wealthy than to be rich. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, even with the childhood friend, like if you got a childhood friend right now, it's somebody that you want to, work with, do that and build that relationship with them. And then once people see what you're doing, I'm telling you, them placements will come. So yeah, definitely bet on yourself. Don't be scared to bet on yourself. Don't be scared to, put your all into it because is this if this is what you want, this is what you're going to do. Another thing is find somebody that you want to work with. Find somebody that's talented. Find somebody that you think is going to be worth working with. You know what I'm saying? Number three, put in the time and put in the effort. You know what I'm saying? Put in the time and put in that damn effort and give it your all. You know what I'm saying? Because every placement that I've got, it's always came after about 5 or 6 songs. It's never been nothing like super duper, like a lot of stuff. You'll pretty much have a pretty good chemistry. And if you keep putting stuff out, people are going to notice it immediately. So like pretty much every situation I've had has always been fairly quick, like literally 6 to 7 months. And then another thing is do not depend on anybody else to get you that placement. You know, And then, even with the collabs and stuff like that, I understand that stuff is fun. You think, oh, I'm gonna pay this dude $500 or $200 or $60 to do this collab, and once we get done, he's gonna take it over to Lil Baby, and Lil Baby's gonna hear it. It does not work. They already have their people that they work with. You know what I'm saying? How did I get my first placement? My first big placement came with the artist named Two Pistols. Two Pistols, and that's a very good question. Two Pistols he was living in my city at the time. Actually, my homeboy actually hooked me up with him. And he was coming over and he was actually buying beats from me. And I can say this, during that time, Two Pistols was spending a lot of money just by buying beats from me. And I was recording him at my studio I had in the back of my dad's house back in 2005. And then he came out and he said, "Yep, there you go, Taz. You know what time it is." So he came by one day. I was like, "Yo, I want to do something big. I want to, since we've been working, I want to do like a big feature, man. Let's do this. Let's do it." So I was like, "Cool." So I made a beat for it, and he turned around and spent his money and spent like 15 grand to get T-Pain on it at the time. And we actually had a hook for it and everything. Pain went in, redid the whole hook, and once he set the hook back, we was like, "Hey, we got to switch this song up." So we got the session. This was back then where you couldn't email the session. They had to actually send you a data CD, and they mailed the session over to us, and overnighted the session at that. They sent the session to us, loaded everything up, and I had to make the beat on my MP, so I had to link the MP up to the computer, and there was all type of crazy stuff going on. But I got it together and I remade the beat for it, and I did the first beat to She Got It, the original version, before the Justice League got to it, because he actually signed to the Justice League. And from that point, it just came to fruition, like for me, because even though I didn't get the proper credit on that record, I didn't have my business stuff down. So at the end of the day, when I didn't have my business stuff down, and that I can only blame myself for that, just to be honest with you. And from there, the song took off, but I had my version out first, and even Payne liked my version better first. He actually put it on at the time. It was MySpace. He put it on there, and then the song blew up. And then I was getting requests for beats and stuff like that over and over and over and over and over again, over and over and over again. I was getting requests for beats, and I made a lot of money because that's when back in the day, that's when just like normal cats off the street was spending 25, 3 grand for a beat, and I was saving up so much money, and I was recording, and that's how I ended up moving to Atlanta. So yeah, me and Pistols was working for about a year and a half, and we only did maybe like a total of like 7 beats, like 7 songs, and that's what happened. Um, and so like that's when I got my first placement, and that one song got me to the point where I'm at now. Because when I moved up here to Atlanta, it was so much opportunity, and people already knew who I was. People were kind of taking me around a little bit. I met with so many different people. You got to think like literally 2 months I was here, I met up with just about all the top producers, and got to meet up with people like Polo the Don, which I just seen him the night before last, in the club. We was chopping it up, and he was one of the few big producers to actually help me out because he had an artist by the name of Veronica Vega, and she was still fresh, and I made a beat with her, and he was one of the few producers to really break the bank for me, with the Veronica Vega, the Pay Me record. I did a beat, my homeboy wrote it, and he really looked out even with the publishing and everything. So that one situation got me to every other situation. Same thing with Doe B. Same thing with the Taylor Girls. Same thing with Silento. Nobody knew who Silento was like that. But the people in high school knew who he was. But we just kept working. You know what I'm saying? We just kept working. And one day he came with an idea, and he was like, "I think it's gonna be a hit." And I thought it was the craziest thing ever, but he was right. And that 45 minutes changed my life. You know what I'm saying? Changed his life too. So, and we kept just working from that point until we decided to part ways in summer 2016. Um, do you think do you think it shocks you how successful it become? It doesn't really shock me because I knew it was going to happen. I just didn't know when. It happened a little bit later for me. You know what I'm saying? But it goes to show that it doesn't matter what age you are, it can happen because producing is like crazy. Like, look how old Mike Dean is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? So, oh yeah, Blame It. Yeah, Blame It. I didn't produce Blame It, but my writers wrote on that. Um, Blame It with Jamie Foxx. Um, yeah, that was me. Yeah, that was me. We did that song in 45 minutes on an Inbox 3. I mixed the song and everything. So if you go to iTunes right now, you will hear my mix on iTunes, Amazon, everything. That's the exact mix that came from about that night. Exact mix. So lets you know that you can make a hit record on anything. We did it on the Inbox 3. Everything in the studio broke that night. And luckily we had an Inbox 3 and a U87. It was a crazy night. But yeah, so that's how my placements came. And then I turned around and did one with the young artist named Darwin. His single went gold. His single went platinum. Should be double platinum now. Uh, um, and then Taylor Girls, I did their single, which that's gold right now. Um, and I've done some other singles that were platinum and gold as well. Like, yeah. So that's what it is. So like, yes. And somebody asked, did I evolve? Yes, I did evolve since that point because now I don't make as many beats and I just pretty much know what my lane is. And I evolved into knowing who I am as a producer. And I'm not the producer that's going to be with the artists that are already there. You know what I'm saying? You have to be, you know, like me, I have to involve myself with I had to evolve into a producer just knowing that I'm going to be that type of producer that just finds all the untapped talent. So that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. I just want to make sure and have this video up because my other video for some reason earlier today didn't go up. I don't know what happened. I gotta get this whole I gotta get this whole situation done the right way. And um Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do some more stuff. I'm gonna talk about the difference between publishing royalties and all that stuff like that. But I just wanted to start getting on live a little bit more because I could just really just talk without me having to edit a whole video and stuff like that. So if you guys rock with me, I'm gonna rock with you guys on the live. It might look like this, it might look like some other stuff. I don't know, but I'm gonna rock with y'all, and I'm gonna try to give out as much information as possible. So check me out on my next live. Make sure y'all turn on the post notifications and all that good stuff. Let me, what I'm saying, let me know what you want to hear, and let me know what you want to learn, and we can discuss it right here live. You know what I'm saying? So y'all check me out. Tell people about my lives, and you know what I'm saying? Like I always say, I really don't care, and peace out. Now, how do I turn this off?